Hi everyone, this is Sylvia from Nurture Your Mindset. Today is day 2 of tips to change negative thoughts, and what I want to talk about today is more. Yesterday I talked about what you could do to change for yourself when you didn't have control, like the outside control, like there were things that you just didn't have control over. So what could you do? Okay, so today what I want to talk about are negative thoughts that we may have that we do have control over and that we can change. Okay, so one thing I want to do is the first thing I want to do is talk to you about how thoughts influence our emotions. So what I'd like for you to do is think about something happy that's happened in your life. Okay, I'll give you a minute to think about something happy. All right, how's that making you feel? Hey, how are you? How's that making you feel? All right, now if you think about something sad, do you notice how the emotion has changed? Okay, that's why our thoughts influence our emotions. So now when you think happy thoughts, you feel happy. When you think sad thoughts, it changes. Positive thoughts like joy, achievement, and worthiness give positive results like enthusiasm, well being, and love. Whereas negative thoughts like judgment, unworthiness, and fear bring negative results like anxiety, anger, and alienation. And one of the things that I know that I've been trying to change, one of the negative thoughts I've had is fear. Why? Because I'm shy. And remember, I'm not shy. I'm getting away from being shy. I've been working on it. But what is shy? Shy is fear-based. So I've been working on that negative thought of trying to change that feeling, that negative thought. It takes 66 days to create a habit. So think about this. I've been shy most of my life, and if it takes 66 days to create a habit, how many days do you think it's going to take for me to change that? Okay, it's going to take me a while, and it's taking me a while, but I think it's getting better because I'm working on it. I'm really trying harder now. So one of the things that I think about when I am going to do something that's I'm afraid of, or that fear creeps in, I think of a quote by Mark Twain. Mark Twain says, "Courage is mastery of fear, not absence of fear." I don't think I'll ever get over being afraid, and I don't think any of us ever do, but it's that courage to do it anyway, just to do it. Okay, and that's what I've been working on. That's my negative thought. So if there is a negative thought that you have that you want to work on, the first thing you have to do is ask yourself, if I want to change this negative thought, is it worth it? What am I willing to do to change it? And am I willing to work for it? Because the one thing that you're going to have to do in order to create that change from that negative thought to that positive thought is you're going to have to do work. It's going to take action. And you're going to need consistent action. So can it be done? Yes, it can, but you're going to have to work on it. And one of the things I like to compare it, the habit, you know how we said it takes 66 days to create a habit? I want you to visualize this. Imagine there's a field that's nice and green. All the grass is nice and green. There's no path. Then you start walking on that path, and every day you go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Think of that walking as that negative thought. Every day you're walking, you're walking, you're walking. Then what happens? Then you start seeing a trail. Well, in your mind, I don't know the full science behind it, but I heard something about it, that in your mind, I guess that neural pathway, you're creating that. So when you're working on that negative, when you're thinking of that negative thought, and it's in you, and you're constantly thinking about it, like me with my fear, then I'm creating that neural pathway, and I'm always having that fear. So in order to change that, Then what you have to do is you have to start working on it. So you're going to have to change. You're going to have to do some action steps in order to change that. And that's what I'm doing. And I think if you really want to change that negative thought to a positive thought, it's possible to do. You can do it. One of the things you have to remember is be kind to yourself because it's a process. It's going to take time, okay? It doesn't happen overnight, but you can do it. An affirmation that I like to use is whenever I've hit a roadblock, because you're going to hit roadblocks. It's like me when for example, trying to lose weight. I have lost weight, but I hit roadblocks and I fall, and then I'm taking that action of eating right and exercising and watching how much I eat. So I'm taking that action, and it's hard, but I'm doing it. So I'm creating that habit of healthy eating and exercising. I'm creating that neural pathway of not craving foods. So it's becoming more and more, it's easier. It's getting a lot easier. But one of the things that I do when I do fall, because I'm not perfect and none of us are, and it takes a while, I tell myself, all right, because it's hard, I say, you know what? I don't have to change, but I want to change. It's my choice. And when you say that it's your choice, then you're telling your mind, it's something that I want to do. You have control over your mind. You can do it. Okay? So whatever negative thought you want to change, whenever you hit a roadblock, you tell yourself, I want to change. I don't have to do it, but I want to do it. And see how you feel after you say that. So remember, the one thing you need to do is take action. Think about what you want to change, that negative thought that you're thinking about changing. Take action on it. When you hit a roadblock, then go ahead and tell yourself that you're doing it because you want to, that it's worth it. So those are the tips for today. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some techniques that you can use in order to start changing that thought. Okay, there's going to be some positive things that you can do. Now, this is not easy, and like I said, it takes time. But these are little things that you can do if you're willing to change. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming on live. If you want to know more information, go into further detail, because I just gave you a little snippet of information, you can go to my like page, because I have my blog on there, and it's a written blog, and you can read more about it. There's a book that I mentioned, You Can't Afford the Luxury of a Negative Thought. It's on there, and you can go to my like page. It's Nurture Your Mindset on Facebook, the like, or you can go to my website. It's www.nurtureyourmindset.com. All right. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow so that we can talk about day 3. All right. Thanks for joining. Good night.